Hey, what's up guys, iMAT here. And today we have the Microwear Watch 11 Pro, which is the latest addition in their Series 10 models. They've advertised it to come with many amazing features like some AI related applications and the ability to use WhatsApp directly on it. In this video we're going to be reviewing all of these features to see if it is a model worth upgrading to or not. But before we start, if you're new to the channel, a subscribe would be highly appreciated, and make sure to hit the thumbs up button if the video turns out to help you. First of all, talking about the contents inside the box, you will get the Watch 11 Pro with silicone straps, a USB-A wireless charger, and a case compatible with the body. Since they have included a case inside the box, so let's start from the body. It comes in 46mm size and is perfectly compatible with the case inside it. The overall body resembles with the Apple Watch Series 10. I also have an Apple Watch Series 10 case here. Let's try that on. And you can see that it is also perfectly compatible with the Watch 11 Pro, which means you can also use Apple Watch accessories with it. Unlike most of the Apple Watch Series 10 lookalikes we see these days, this one comes with a matte frame. We have two keys on the right side and an insensible knob key, using which you won't hear a clicky sound whenever you use it. It also has a click option, and we get the side key here, which can be used to access the control center. Here is the microphone, and on the left side we have the speaker holes. The smartwatch is also advertised to be 3 ATM level waterproof, although they have nowhere mentioned that if it can be used while swimming or taking a bath. The only thing mentioned is that it can be used while washing hands or in rainy days. The smartwatch is also compatible with the Apple Watch straps, and we also have the strap locks here, and the straps won't come out until you press this button. Here's how the smartwatch looks on the wrist. Let me know about your thoughts on it in the comments below. Then we get an AMOLED display on the front. They've advertised it to be 2.07 inches in size. If you go to the control center and take a look at the bezel size, then here is it. It is probably the biggest display in the Apple Watch Series 10 lookalikes. The bezels are really slim. Then the screen resolution is 410x480, and overall the clarity is really good. Everything is crystal clear. The colors are really saturated and vibrant. Talking about the smoothness, I'm not really a fan of the refresh rate, and the refresh rate is the only downside in the display. I was unable to get my hands on the processor name, so I'm not just gonna give away any name in this video. But if we talk about the overall performance, it is good. The smartwatch handles all of the features really well. The battery timing is also good with the always on display turned on, and all of the smartwatch applications as well as the applications which require the smartphone are working really well. The smartphone is also equipped with the local storage, 2 GB as advertised, and if you go to the settings, I have filled it with some songs as well as some pictures, some TXT files and some recordings, and it shows this much space is taken. I have about 120 to 30 pictures inside it and music files of around 20 to 30 megabytes, and in my opinion this much of data might have taken around 50 to 60 megabytes of space, and it is showing 25% of the storage is filled. In my opinion, it might actually have 2 gigabits of storage instead of gigabytes, which equals only 256 megabytes. Also, to move all of the data in the smartwatch, you will need the mActive Pro application, and it is a headache to transfer files using it, because the music transfer is really slow. Transferring a 5 to 6 megabytes of music file takes around 10 to 15 minutes. And if you talk about what you can do with the local storage, first of all, you can add local music inside it. As I told you, I've added 4 music files which equal around 25 to 30 megabytes. You'll have to go to local music in order to add it. So you can play the music file directly on the smartwatch, or you can tap here, then go to play mode and go to headphone mode, where you can connect the smartwatch with your wireless earphones and listen to the music stored on the smartwatch directly on them. After that, we get the album sync or the photo transfer option. I've added 128 files in it, and in order to see the next pictures, you will have to use the crown key or the swipe gestures. There is no option to take a look at all of the pictures in a grid view. From here, you can tap here, then tap here, and then tap on create as watch face, using which you can directly set any picture as a custom watch face on the smartwatch. After that, we have the option to record sound directly on the smartwatch. It also shows live sound waves. Once you are done with the recording, you can either listen to it directly on the smartwatch, or you can tap here. You can tap here to delete it, and if you want to download it on the smartphone, go to the recording tab, and then you can tap on each file to download it to your watch application, from where you can save it to the files or share it on other applications. And the last thing that we can do with the storage is to store TXT files in the smartwatch. In my opinion, it would have been more beneficial if there was an option to add PDF files in the smartwatch. There are many other things that you can do with the watch application. First of all, we have the watch face market here. It comes with many built-in watch faces inside it, and other than these built-in watch faces, you can also install one watch face from the gallery or from the dial market. And I think since it is the latest model, so as of now most of the mainly used watch faces are available for totally free. But if you still have some paid watch faces, you can either directly purchase them or activate the membership to get access to them. In the My Dials, we have many options like album dial, photo album dial, and video dial. Using album dial, you can use one picture as a custom watch face. Using photo album dial, you can choose up to 5 pictures as custom watch faces. They will work like a themed watch face in the smartwatch, and you can tap on the display to change the watch face to the next picture you have selected here. And in the end, we have the video dial option here, using which you can add a short video clip as a custom watch face in the smartwatch. It's nice to see that they have added the new watch face in it. The complications shown on it are interactive and you can directly access the related applications from here. Then we have the My Card and the receipt code option, using which you can store the QR codes of your payment applications and social profiles, so anyone can either directly access your social accounts or scan the QR codes to pay you on these applications. As far as I have checked, the smartwatch can be used as an NFC tag, but it cannot be used for NFC payments. You can also receive notifications from different applications on the smartwatch. You can customize the notifications by going to the settings and notifications. Here is the notification lights up option and the notification tips option, which shows the red dot alert when you have an unread notification. When you receive a new notification, here is how it's shown. Here is the banner prompt. Unfortunately, it does not support scrolling, but it does show some of the mainly used emojis. Here's how the notification center looks like. We also have the call remind as well as the Bluetooth calling option, using which you can not only dial any number directly from the smartwatch, but you can also receive calls directly on it. It rings as well as vibrates. Also shows the name of the caller even though I have not synced the contacts. If we accept the call, we have the mute, keypad and the end call option. Unfortunately, it misses the option of transferring the call to the smartphone or back to the smartwatch. You can also press and hold the crown key to access voice assistant directly on the smartwatch. How's the weather today? And here you can see that it is showing the weather update. The smartwatch also has many smart applications in it. Although the smartwatch does not have Wi-Fi inside it, but it takes the help of the smartphone to use some applications which even require internet directly on it. For example, we have ChatGPT, Grok 3 and DeepSeek here. Let's try ChatGPT. Tell me about iPhone 7. So the application quit when I tried to use it. Let's open it again. So it feels like it is not working. It is showing network timeout. So I'm going to try to connect to the personal hotspot of my iPhone 16 and let's see if it will work this time or not. Now I've connected with the personal hotspot. So let's try one more time. I'm gonna quit and enter the application once again. Tell me about iPhone 7. Let's see if the internet is working fine in the application. Yes, it is loading all of the watch faces. If you go to the home tab, then the sports tab and the discover tab, it is loading everything which requires internet connection, which means the internet connection is not the problem. Again, the application quits while I was trying to use ChatGPT. Let's try DeepSeek. Tell me about iPhone 11. So the internet is working fine to show ads in the application. Again, the application quits. So these applications are not working and useless according to that. Now let's try the translation application. I will open the mActive Pro again. Let's try English to Spanish. Hi friend, how are you doing? So it will go something like hola amigo. So the application quits once again. So in my opinion, these smart applications are useless in it. And if you really wanna use these features, and this is the main reason why you are getting this smartphone, then I would recommend you to get the DATEOY Watch Ultra 2. Its review is linked in the description box below because all of these features are working absolutely fine in that model. Now the last hope, the WhatsApp application. Let's see if it will work or not. So let's connect it now. So the code is recognized and it is currently logging in. Guys, if you are going to use it, please use it at your own risk. I'm not taking any responsibility obviously. So I'm going to send a message here. Here is a new message. So it did not arrive while the WhatsApp was open. Let's try one more time. So it has shown something. Here are the messages, and this is what it is showing for the messages. I'm gonna simply write hey, and let's see if it works. In the notifications, the message is shown perfectly fine, but if you go to the WhatsApp application, it is not showing the correct messages. Let's see how the reply option works. Here we have the mic button. I guess it records the reply message. Then we have this option. I'm not really sure how it is working. And then we have the emoji button here, and let's see what it does. I'm gonna send it, and if I open the chat, here was the message it sent. I'm not really sure how it is working. So yeah, it does work. It sends voice messages, or you can send emojis, and other than that we have the quick reply options. So in my opinion, this option can only be used in emergency situations. Since you cannot read the next person's message, it can only be used to actually reply to the person. Taking a quick look at the system UI, we have the notification center from top to bottom, and from bottom to top we have the widgets page. You can also access the notification center as well as the widgets page using the crown key, just like watchOS. Then we have the app history on the double click of the crown key, and you can access the control center by clicking the side key. We also get the vertical cellular menu style. You can also access the list view by going all the way to the down, and as you can see that the resemblance with the watchOS is good, but it is not actually an exact lookalike of the watchOS, but only takes the inspiration, because of which the icons look a bit different. The transitions do resemble with the watchOS, but they are not so smooth. But the overall UI looks good, and I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10, because the only downside in the UI is the laggy behavior in the transitions, since the refresh rate is not so good. The smartwatch also gets the always on display option to always take a look at the time, and it is given a very low brightness level so that it does not consume a lot of battery. To quickly wake up the display, you can use the tap to wake option or the raise to wake option. The always on display option is limited to the screen off dial, and for the normal screen time we have the 60 seconds option, and after 60 seconds of inactivity the display is going to turn off. As we all know, these smartwatches also come with a lot of health related applications like the blood pressure, blood oxygen and the heart rate checker. And other than these applications, if you scroll down, we have the ECG, blood glucose and uric acid option. In my opinion, the only applications which should be trusted in a smartwatch are the heart rate and the blood oxygen application. Other than that, I would never recommend you to rely on a smartwatch. So now we are going to do the oximeter test. First we'll do the test at rest mode, then we're going to do some exercise, and after that we're going to test it again to see if it shows correct values or just reference values. So as you all can judge, currently I am at rest. Let's start the heart rate checker on the smartwatch, and here is the oximeter. Let's turn it on. So the oximeter is showing 95 to 96 beats per minute, and the smartwatch is matching the values. As the values are going down on the oximeter, they are also going down on the smartwatch, and now the value is rising on the oximeter. It is also rising on the smartwatch. So let's give it another try. Let's run the heart rate checker on the smartwatch once again. Where is it? Here it is. Now the oximeter is showing 88 beats per minute and the value is rising. You can see that again the values are matching on both of the devices. Believe it or not, this is my heartbeat at rest, but what matters is that the smartwatch has shown correct values, and now it's time to do some exercise and then we'll see if it can show correct values or not. So I'm back now. Let's turn on the heart rate checker on the smartwatch, and here is the oximeter. Let's start it. So the oximeter shows 140 beats per minute, and the smartwatch is showing 82 beats per minute. Although the value is rising, so we can't really say what's the final value shown by it. So looks like it was showing a reference value in the beginning, but as the value is rising, it is going to match the oximeter, but the time has ended and we'll have to turn it on once again. Currently it is 114 beats per minute and it is going down, and the value is similar to the oximeter. So it means that the smartwatch is showing correct values, but when the beats per minute value is too high, it takes some time to go there. Even though the heart rate checker seems to be working well, but still I would never recommend you to trust on these devices. And if you have a serious health condition, always opt for the real health gadgets like an oximeter or a blood pressure checker. Other than that, we have many other health related applications like mindfulness or the breathe training. It has different modes in the applications, and you can also customize the time while using it. Then we also get the sleep tracker in it, but I've used it and I do not trust it. I slept for around 12 hours from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and it failed to record even 1 minute of sleep time. So it is not trustworthy and I would never recommend you to rely on it. We also get the cycle tracking application for the females. In order to use this feature, you will have to connect with the mActive Pro application and set up your profile. Then we have the thermometer here. Let's see if it is working or not. It is showing 36.2 Celsius. Let's try it on this light, which is quite hot at the moment that I won't even touch it. So it is showing the same values for the light as well. So I'll have to say that the thermometer is not working as expected. And since a lot of you ask, if you go to the user section in the mActive Pro application, it does have the option to connect with the Apple Health, but it cannot connect with the third-party applications like Strava. We also get many sports-related applications in it. First of all, we have the workout modes here. You can tap here to customize the calorie, time, or distance target depending on the sports mode you have chosen. So I'm gonna test it out. I'm gonna take a run in the lawn of my house and we'll see if the pedometer works fine or not. We're also gonna use the activity application to record the data. Currently it is showing 49 steps for the day. I'm gonna be keeping an eye on the step data as well because I wanna see if it can be trusted to count the steps throughout the day or not. So I'm back after the workout. Let's take off the smartwatch and let's go to the activity application now. And if you scroll all the way down, here is the brisk walk. The workout lasted around 6.5 minutes. I covered around 220 meters in distance and the steps it counted were 371. I also took my iPhone 16 Pro with me, and before I started the workout it was showing 2215 steps for the day, and when I ended the workout it was showing 2836, which means that it has counted around 621 steps. So there is a huge difference if you compare it with the Watch 11, and honestly I am quite disappointed by the results. So I also wanted to see if the smartwatch can be trusted to count the steps throughout the day or not. Before I started the test, it was showing 49 steps for the day, and when I ended the workout it was showing 1105 steps for the day, which means that it has counted around 1056 steps for the day. If we talk about my iPhone, before starting the test it was showing 1461 steps, and when I ended it was showing 2938 steps, which means that it has counted 1477 steps for the day. So there is obviously a huge difference of around 400 steps. If I talk about myself, I am not going to trust the smartwatch for the pedometer data, as while testing the steps of the whole day I was moving upstairs then downstairs doing different tasks, but while testing the sport mode I was literally walking in a plain area. So in both scenarios the smartwatch failed to match the steps counted by the iPhone, and the pedometer of the smartwatch is not trustworthy in my opinion. Then if you go to the App Store, we have the prevent motion sickness option, and then we also get the compass option. Let's calibrate it. So the smartwatch is showing 180 degrees here, but the value keeps changing when I move the smartwatch and come back to the same point. Now it is showing 188 degrees. If you check out the smartphone, then it is showing 175 degrees here. So the compass is also not trustworthy. We have the altitude option here. In order to use this feature, you will have to connect with the mActive Pro application. It does not have any sensor to detect the altitude. And now it is time to take a look at the rest of the applications. A lot of you might be wondering if the smartwatch can be used to control the media playing on the device or not. For that you will have to select Bluetooth mode, and then you will be able to control the media playing on the device. By going to the settings and the sound and touch, you have the option to play the media sound on the smartwatch or to continue playing it on the smartphone. Then you can also sync your favorite contacts from the mActive Pro application in the smartwatch. We have the stopwatch here. It has different interfaces like Apple Watch. You can tap here to start it and tap here to add laps. Let's see how many laps can we add. We can only add 10 laps in it. and I'm gonna go back and then open the stopwatch again. And the good thing is that it can run in the background. After that, we also get a game here, and by going to the mActive Pro application, you can go to the device tab, and here we have the apps market. So you can install an application from here, and whichever one you choose, it will be replaced by this game. The positioning application is useless. It just shows your approximate location. It is showing my city, province, and the country. We have timer here. Let's set a timer for 4 seconds, and when the timer ends, it beeps and also vibrates. Even though the ring is not so loud and the vibration intensity is also not so strong, so it is not much helpful, but still it is good to see that it has the ring option. We have the weather application here. It also has many information and also shows the weather for the upcoming days. It is showing 35 degrees here with 37 as the high and 26 as the low. If you look at the iPhone 7, then the low value is the same. But if you look at the high value and the weather right now, it is showing different values. So it's a hit or a miss situation. So maybe it will sometimes show correct value and sometimes it shows incorrect values. Then you can also add alarms directly in the smartwatch. Let's set an alarm. I really like the smartwatches on which whenever you set an alarm, the time is set to the current time, but this one directly moves to 12 AM or 00. Gonna set it to 21:21. I've confirmed the alarm now. And if you want to set a custom ringtone, you can go to sounds and touch in the settings, and here we have the notification, alarm, and the ringtone option for the calls. So here's how the alarm is shown. It rings as well as vibrates, and the ring is loud enough to wake you up. But if you sleep like me, then it's not gonna help. To get the calculator here, we have the basic functionalities like multiplication, division, subtraction, and addition. It also has the percentage option. Let's try to multiply it by 15%, and it has shown correct value. Now let's try to add a specific percentage in a number. I'm gonna do 150 plus 15%. But this time it has shown incorrect value. So the percentage option does not work when you are trying to add a specific percentage to a number. Then we have the remote camera option, and just like most of the latest models, it also has the live preview option. Let's check the latency. So the latency is about 4 to 5 seconds. You can tap here to click a picture. Then we get the find phone option, and here we also have the find watch option, using which you can play the sound on the smartwatch. Then we get the calendar. You can also access the calendar for the upcoming and the previous months. It would be great if it had the option to add reminders or events. Then we get the schedule option here. This is something that I really like. But in order to add a schedule, you'll have to use the smartphone. And it would be amazing if it was possible to do it directly using the smartwatch. Then these applications can show the notifications from these applications separately. And these are pretty much all of the applications. In the end, let's talk about the battery life. It is advertised to come with a battery capacity of 375 mAh, and it can be charged using the wireless charger provided inside the box, which takes around 1 to 2 hours to fully charge the smartwatch from 0%. If I talk about my personal experience, I've been working on this video for about an hour now. During this time, the smartwatch's display was continuously turned on, and I was continuously interacting with the smartwatch, as you can see in the video. When I started, the battery was at 73%, and now it has gone down to 65%, losing only 8% of the battery, which is amazing and equals around 1% drainage in about 7 to 8 minutes. And as per my experience, it can give you around 1.5 to 2 days with the always on display turned on. So guys, that will be all from today's video and from the Watch 11 Pro. In my opinion, overall, it's a good smartwatch resembling with the Apple Watch Series 10. You can use Apple Watch accessories on it. It has the always on display option. The heart rate sensors work really well, but I'm not much satisfied by the pedometer. It also has a good battery life, can fit in some songs and pictures. The WhatsApp feature did not work as expected, and the smart applications were also not working well for me. If you would like to purchase it, you can find the purchase link in the description box below, and I would really appreciate if you can use that link to purchase the smartwatch. To see more videos like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications for the future videos. I will see you in the next one.